Right, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. And from wherever you are, if you're listening to the recording or listening to this live, my name is Bridget. I'm calling you from gorgeous, sunny Manchester, which is not what I didn't think I'd put those two words in the same sentence in October, but there we are. It's a beautiful day, and what a wonderful start to the week. So I'm with great pleasure. It is, and also an honor. I am co-hosting today with the amazing Dr. Polly, who is calling in from Texas. She's going to tell you a little bit more about her background, why she said yes to this business, and walk us through the first part of the presentation. So over to you, Polly, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Bridget. My name is Dr. Polly Heil-Neely, and I am here to introduce the opportunity to you. It is a fabulous opportunity. We have a holistic healthcare clinic here in Texas, and the PharmaNex Nu Skin products just work brilliantly for our people. And so we are wanting to invite you to explore the prospect of collaborating with us and being our business partner or affiliate. So we want to ask you, why are you here? What has drawn you to this opportunity?
Would you like me to start?
I tell you what. Oh yeah, I Kirsty.
Was that a question? Yeah.
Well, it was kind of almost like hypothetical, but I would love to hear you. No, listen. This is amazing. I love it. I'm all for improvisation. Tell us what attracted you to come to this conversation today.
Okay, so Bridget and I had a call last week, I think, in yet another lay-by in the car again. Um, and I mean, I acquire businesses for a living. So I help business owners exit and I help business owners acquire. And one thing that I haven't yet achieved in life, and it would make a big difference to my life, is if I could increase my level of passive income. And I hadn't actually said this to Bridget. We were just both learning about each other with no agenda either side. And Bridget's basically was talking about India and that it was an opportunity to build passive income. And I thought, I've manifested her somehow. So here I am.
I love that. I love that. Manifesting is such a great thing. And so when we can really focus on what we want, and that's one of the reasons we have this slide up, because it's just like a little prompt of what do we want. And so once we have that mindset, then we can manifest. So we want to look at some of the trends that are going on now. So there are mega trends. One of them, which is the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, with which we are perfectly aligned. Now, why that's important is because you want to ensure that you're able to build your business from anywhere in the world, to be able to have the apps and technology to do that, while also ensuring your clients are receiving an incredible customer service experience. As we know, social commerce is a growing trend, as is the gig economy, beauty and wellness, and we are positioned perfectly for all of them. So I just want to introduce you to our company. Nu Skin Enterprises celebrates 40 years of success and currently trades in 48 markets. One of the things we pride ourselves on as a company is our expertise when it comes to market expansion strategies. We've been anticipating the potential for the Indian market for many years, but we had to ensure that we were carefully prepared for its entry. And now we are ready, which is a testament to our growth and stability. We are publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange with an A+ rating, which will allow you to be able to do your research into our financial credibility. The company generates over $2 billion in revenue annually, and in 2025, they will be open for business in India. So what this means is that we are creating a massive opportunity for people to generate a substantial revenue and also to create a lot of money for India. We have 75 in-house scientists and collaboration with over 150 experts from around the world to ensure that we're providing high quality products for us to take to the market. As a company, we have invested well over $500 million in technology since the beginning of 2021. So Our innovative products and technologies really do offer unique solutions within the marketplace. And what I will say is, as we launch within India, we already have this platform of products for you, which are readily available for you to start to leverage and introduce to your existing network in India. When we do launch into India, you will then have the knowledge of these products, and we will be tailoring some of the products specifically for the Indian market. We will be manufacturing them locally, meaning that we will obviously be creating more jobs within India. At the moment, our open market really focuses on the innovation of wellness and beauty devices. And this is an area where we have excelled for many years. For the last 6 years, we have been #1 in the world for at-home beauty device systems. These devices have consumables with them, which makes this a really lucrative opportunity for you. Our whole product range encompasses wellness and anti-aging products. Many of them are designed for social selling. You can look to build your business both online and offline. Now, the idea of the business is that you start to use these products yourself, market them to your own network, and then you introduce this opportunity to your network also.
Holly, have you seen that I've changed the slide, or are you good now? You have. I think there's a bit of a lag time between the UK and Texas at the moment, which is interesting. Okay, well, I'm just gonna jump in here now. So first of all, thank you, Dr. Polly, for that. I absolutely love the way that that you present this in such a simple manner. My backstory, very briefly, is very different from Dr. Polly's. I've been a business owner all my life. I bought my first business, bricks and mortar business in Paris when I was 26, right back in the day. I'd already had big dreams, big goals. But what I didn't understand at the time was really the importance of having a business that we can scale to be able to get leverage and eventually have residual passive income. And 14 years ago, I had just retrained actually as a stylist and an image consultant after having run a big fashion and manufacturing business for 15 years in the center of Paris. And I very soon realized that if I wanted to make a big success of this, it was going to require a huge amount of time and investment in order for me to be able to scale myself. Luckily, some of my clients at the time started to ask me for recommendations in anything to do with beauty and skincare and wellness. Now, I had no experience whatsoever in this domain. I mean, as any self-respecting person, I wanted to take care of my skin and my hair and my well-being, but that's as far as my knowledge went. Nonetheless, a friend of mine introduced me to one of the technologies that Polly has just shown, and I was very curious. I had a demo, and I was like, oh, okay, I can recommend this to my clients, and I definitely want to use it on my face. So I started immediately to get results, and I was really excited, but I still didn't understand the fact that I could scale this across the world and build not just a business, but a business asset, which once it was built would pay me for the rest of my life, whether I would work or not. So yes, passive income. That kind of came a few weeks later. I attended a great big event in Paris in 2011. Then the light bulb or the penny started to drop, and I started to understand, wow, I can build this across the world. I don't have to invest any money at all. I'm just going to use the products that are going to make me feel better and look better anyway, which is what I'm using anyway, because, you know, that's what I do anyway. Why not buy from my own store? And literally that's it. And how difficult can it be to learn a few skills? Of course, you know, there was work ethic, there was drive, there was ambition for me and my family. I'm a single mother, and I've been a sole provider for the last 14 years. So I had a really big drive beyond that, but also I wanted to be free. I didn't want to I only wanted to work when I had, not because I had to work, but when I chose to work. And so this was ticked all the boxes for me. And I just got going and decided to learn how to build the business. Now, when somebody comes in, they're not always as ambitious as me. They don't always have the big goals like me, but there is a place for everyone. It can be just somebody who wants to do a little bit of sales. They love the idea of being an affiliate marketer. They can create purchasing links, post them up on social media and make a retail profit and a little bit of a sharing bonus. Casual income, no strings attached, no goals, no targets, nothing like that. Instant money as they want. Sometimes, a couple of £100 for a date night or a luxury mani-pedi, I don't know, whatever it might be, but just as like casual selling, that's the share part you can see on the left-hand side. The middle bit is about building. That is where it gets a little bit more serious, because this is where somebody will build what I like to call an online micro franchise, or an e-store, if you like. This is where you kind of like have an e-commerce business model where you can build up a group of customers and other affiliates and their customers, and you'll be paid on top of retail profit that still exists. You'll be paid an additional bonus, which can be up to 40% of your combined revenue. So this is really interesting. You can go to several hundred, even to a couple of £1,000 a month additional income. 98% of people that are at this level still doing it very much part-time alongside their families and their jobs. But this is something that can make a really, really nice supplemental income. So I was really attracted to the right-hand side part of the program, which was the partner director program, because it wasn't just about me having my own e-store or online micro franchise, whatever you want to call it. It was also about helping other people to do the same. And I realized that I could then, that's where the scalability in the passive income came in. So I realized I could build channels of distribution, helping people to become online micro franchise owners in 48 markets around the world. So I could scale myself over and beyond my own personal efforts. I was like, that is exactly what I want to do. And in exchange, I continue to make retail profit. I continue to make that building bonus on my own micro franchise, but I will make as well between 5 and 15% on all the other people I help as well. And that number can be unlimited. So it can be I help 10 people, or we can go through a process where we just kind of like multiply out up to 1,000 if we want to, or 2,000. There's no limit whatsoever. And there are people all over the world that are generating at this level. So this was really that I decided that I wanted to learn that. And I was so, so blessed because I had amazing mentors who I still work with today. I was 2 hours on the phone to my mentor yesterday in France. And this is really part of the process as well. So we get so much help. And of course, it's all included. It's all for free. So this is the official sales performance plan, which is, as Polly said, the company's publicly traded, so everything has to be transparent. I just want to draw your attention to 3 things that I've highlighted in yellow on this slide, because there's a lot going on. And these are the kind of levels that often people want to play at. The $512 per month there, as you see underneath brand rep, that's obviously, the level where people just want an extra few £100 a month as a supplemental income, maybe pay for a car loan, maybe, as I say, pay for dance lessons or, or rugby lessons, rugby matches or whatever for the kids. It doesn't matter. That's just an extra bit of income, okay? And that can make a huge difference to a family budget. The second level that we like to focus on is Ruby Partner. The average income for a Ruby is around about £2,000 a month. Now, why is that important? Not just because an extra £24,000 a year on top of what we earn is going to make a difference to a family. Most people will still be part-time at that particular level, and many people go right up to the top at part-time as well. But the reason I say Ruby Partners important is because then you'll have learned all really the basics of the business, the skills, the organizations, the technology and all that kind of thing as well. So this is where you kind of become like a professional, all right? Up until then, you're just kind of like a not an amateur, but Ruby Partner, you can really say that you've anchored down the skills that you need. And then finally, on the far right-hand side, you'll see the level of Blue Diamond Director. I wanted immediately to become a Blue Diamond Director. I saw the average income was in excess of £20,000 a month. I was like, okay, I want to learn how to do that. And I became a Blue Diamond Director in 2017. It took me a few years. I had other things going on in the background as well, family stuff and all the rest of it. But nonetheless, I was determined. And yes, I took a lot of action, but also I learned a lot of new skills. But honestly, I've been a business owner, as I say, for 35 plus years, and I've looked at all kinds of businesses in my life. And every time I come back to this, I say, there's no one that will pay me like Nu Skin. And I'm so, so grateful for everything this has done for me and my family. On top of that, 90% of my business is what we call on subscription. So this is another way in which we also get leveraged and passive income, because people buy the products, they use them, they love them, they see the results, and they come back and buy them again and again and again. And so not only that, we have the joy of having long-term friendships and relationships with our amazing clients. And my business now expands in over 20 countries around the world. And all that just comes to adding up to really, a fantastic journey with this incredible company. So what about India? As Polly said, this has been years in the making. Newson's got massive experience in opening new markets. They've already opened 48. Actually, they've closed a few as well. So I think probably total about 55 in all, but things change in the world and economically. So why are we going into India? Well, first of all, because it is an incredibly growth and forward and increasing market. And we, as in this conversation today on a Monday afternoon, we're having a conversation about being the early adopters, the innovators, and having first mover advantage, because this is right in its early stages now. We're going to open India at the end of 2025, but this starts to prepare now, because as I'm sure you're all aware, time goes very quickly, and this is something we need to prepare now. Let's just have a quick look before we finish. Why India? Largest population in the world, 1.4 billion, and growing rapidly. What's really interesting and the most important for us, which is our demographic, is the middle class. We know that the middle classes, it is in massive hypergrowth, and these are the type of people, they're very ambitious, they're well educated, they're hardworking, and they want to be successful. And that growing middle class are the kind of the people we want to have conversations with. We also know that most of these people, the vast majority, use social media. Okay, so we're looking now at a business model which is highly efficient to an enormous number of people, particularly kind of like the under 35s, which is around about 950 million people in India. And the direct selling model that we use here is doing about $3 billion a year, but it is in a 13.3% growth rate. So this is really interesting. I'm a numbers person. So when we're looking at the numbers around the world, you see it's about growth about 4-5%, but in India, it's almost 14%. So this is the sweet spot of that to have the early movers advantage. The company predicts, Nu Skin predicts, they're going to do $1 billion in turnover, in revenue, in the first year of trading. And they have offered a 2% founders bonus of that first year of revenue to people who want to take this seriously and build in India. So I'll do the math quickly. 2% of $1 billion is 20 million. So there's $20 million on the table in terms of the founders bonus, exclusive of all the commissions you can make, that's open for the market in India. And this is why we're really excited about this, obviously. So just quickly now to finish, what's the potential here? So a little bit of comparison. We look at Japan. We have over 300 millionaires plus in Japan for a population of 125 million. In Korea, we have, for a population of 51 million, 5,000 sales leaders. They're the people who have their own online micro franchise. We call them sales leaders. So the potential in India, we see to do that $1 billion in revenue annually with 30,000 sales leaders. The only question that we have to ask ourselves is how much of that revenue would I like to be generating through my business? So as I said, we need to take action now. And a lot of people will be asking themselves the question, okay, so what do I need to do right now, right here, right now, this morning, tomorrow morning, or whatever it might be? Well, first of all, the good news is that we actually work with a system. There's no guesswork, right? You don't have to start reinventing your own wheel or anything. We have a system, a checkbook system, a sort of not checkbook, a check mark system, where you can actually know every single day what you need to do your business. The only thing when I start to work with someone is say, what's your number that you want to work towards? Is it 2,000? Is it 500? Is it the Blue Diamond Director level? And then we help people in a step-by-step way to get started in the way that they want to do that. So that's it from us today. It's a very, very short overview. The person who invited you here will get back to you and have a chat to help you get started in the right way. As I said, all you need to know is what resonated with you most in this presentation. We actually present them twice a week on a Monday and a Wednesday, and we look forward to seeing you again a little later in the week, but certainly in our follow-up call. Thank you again, everybody, for watching, and have a wonderful rest of the day. See you soon. Bye now.